Then we had Mississippi State going on the road at number 5 Texas A&M. Very interesting SEC game with crazy implications because Mississippi State really needed a win after they lost in overtime to Tennessee. Texas A&M has been so great going into this. They beat Auburn. They beat Notre Dame. And then this one was the only one that wasn't really close. And I know it wasn't that close with Auburn, but like they really housed Mississippi State. I was really surprised. I thought Mississippi State would have been better than this, but going on the road in Texas A&M, and Texas A&M's defense is really developing week after week. This was a great showing for them, and Texas A&M 31-9. Jack, it was a great week for them, Jack.
Yeah, I mean they completely dominated this Mississippi State team, which I think is still a great team. Um, but I could kind of see this coming, just like you could have saw like last week, where Auburn was coming off a close loss against Oklahoma, going into Texas A&M, which is one of the toughest places to play, and then Mississippi State coming off a loss against Tennessee, going into Texas A&M. It's kind of similar. Similarly, like they both really weren't close in this game, and Texas A&M, just their defense is just so dominant. I mean, Mississippi State could not get anything going in this game. I remember we were
Right.
talking last week where they didn't allow a single third down against Auburn. They only allowed one third down against Mississippi State on third down, and only 77 yards rushing, 2 turnovers, and 219 total yards for Mississippi State. So completely dominating and doubling the time of possession too. I think if Mississippi State won last week against Tennessee, this would have been a softer blow for them coming into this one. Because I don't think there's any way they win this game. Just they're not as talented as
Right.
Texas A&M, and this really shows just how good they are. And like they've never been like the
Right.
top dog in the SEC, but maybe this is the year for them because they look like absolutely unstoppable. And Marcel Reed continues to shine. Ruben Owens a second, 142 yards on the ground, and this just seems like a complete team for sure.
Right. And I mean, you saw the way they dismantled Auburn, but their offense was really lacking, but they did a lot better today, or this past weekend, that is. And Marcel Reed did very solid, 2 touchdowns, 180 yards. And then, like you said, Ruben Owens, 142 yards on the ground. Mississippi State couldn't stop anything. And Blake Shopping has been playing pretty well, and he did have that pick. Both QBs did have a pick. Didn't end up really coming into play, though, because Texas A&M just had such a grip on this game. And I was honestly surprised because I thought Mississippi State was going to perform better. I thought they were going to perform similar to Auburn, but their defense just couldn't do what Auburn was able to do. If you really think about it, because Texas A&M only put up 16 points on them. Like 31 is crazy. Where they both put up about the same amount of points, but Mississippi State's defense was really just lacking. So this was very interesting, and I would have liked to see better from Mississippi State because they really just were never in this game, and they had a 3-0 lead for like a minute, but like Texas A&M, the way they just strangled them and eventually just took over the game, like Texas A&M is very promising in the SEC, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, like they look like I think this is absolutely a top five team, and they just look like one of the best teams in the
Right,
country, 100%. And that win against Notre Dame keeps looking better and better. They do play Florida this week, but it's at Texas A&M again. Like they are definitely like probably happy with themselves if they get like three straight home games against these tougher teams.
right. That's lucky.
Yeah, I think it's great. And Florida just beat Texas, but I don't think there's a way Florida wins because just Texas A&M just looks so dominant at home. And this is interesting because if you said this before the season that Texas Tech and Texas A&M would be like way better than Texas in week 7,
Right,
I don't think anyone would have believed you. And that Texas would be unranked. We'll get into that later, but yeah, I mean, both of the Texas teams in the top 10 look amazing.
right. I know, and I mean outside of the uh Texas Longhorns, that is. All the Texas teams are doing pretty good. You even look at North Texas; they're undefeated. Texas A&M, Texas Tech. It's just like, are they the fourth best team in their own state?
That is definitely a question. I mean, if North Texas beats USF this week, that's going to be a conversation for sure, and nothing we would
Right,
have expected. Especially like, I mean, they were ranked number 1 coming into Ohio State in week 1. Um, so this is definitely surprising, and they could be the worst team in Texas.
Right. I mean, if they were to play Texas State right now, who do you got in that one, Jack?
I think
I don't know.
it'd be a barn burner. Yeah.
Right. Mhm. Right. I don't know. It's tough to trust Texas right now, and it must really suck to see all the teams in your state kind of doing better than you. Because you're supposed to be the top dog in that state. I mean, you're losing to the Tech, you're losing to the A&M. Like it's just really crazy. And now they're completely unranked after being number one.